John Gotti Jr., the heir who tried to escape the throne. He didn't earn the crown, he inherited the consequences. John Angelo Gotti, better known as John Gotti Jr., was born into power, fame, and danger. To the world, he was the son of the most feared mob boss in America. To him, it was just family. Growing up in Queens meant growing up with whispers. Teachers, neighbors, strangers, everyone knew the name Gotti, but for Junior, that name wasn't a badge of honor. It was a trap. As he grew older, the lines between family life and the criminal world blurred. While other teenagers learned to drive or plan their futures, Junior was absorbing lessons about loyalty, secrecy, and hierarchy. Without ever needing to prove himself on the streets the way his father had, he was positioned for power. In his early 20s, he was already attending meetings, taking direction, and learning the rhythms of an empire. On Christmas Eve of 1988, he was formally initiated into the family business. By 26, he had become one of the youngest captains in the organization. Everything changed when his father, the man the world called the Dapper Don, was sentenced to life in prison. The empire needed a leader, and whether he was ready or not, John Gotti Jr. stepped into the role of acting boss. Unlike his father, he avoided cameras and attention. Where his father thrived on the spotlight, Junior preferred precautions and silence. He held meetings outdoors to avoid wiretaps, kept operations discreet, and tried to run the organization with caution rather than theatrics. He understood what destroyed his father, and he was determined not to repeat those mistakes. Law enforcement targeted him aggressively, and in 1999, he was arrested and charged with racketeering. Rather than risk a much longer prison sentence, he entered a plea deal and served several years behind bars. After his release, prosecutors came for him again, determined to finish what they started. 4 separate trials followed, each one ending without conviction. Eventually, the government gave up. The constant battles, betrayals, and public scrutiny pushed him to step away from the criminal world entirely. Unlike his father, who died in prison, John Gotti Jr. walked away and chose a quieter life. He was born into a kingdom built on fear and loyalty, but spent the second half of his life trying to escape it. John Gotti Jr. didn't chase the throne. He spent his life trying to survive it. But legacy can make you a prisoner. If you love true crime stories like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications.